you, Raziel.
Oh, that's noisy.
You are
Doing system
worthy.
restore and reinstalling.
What madness is this?
TeamSpeak.
What pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit?
Okay.
Death would be a release next to this travesty.
I apologise for the
You
volume
did
of the
not
cutscene.
survive the abyss, Raziel.
I'll change
I
the
have
volume
only
as soon as I get in the
spared
game.
you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn. The birth of one of Cain's abominations traps the essence of life.
Possibly. Or
It
not.
is this soul that animates the corpse you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies. Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Cain. Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls and let the wheel of fate churn again. Use your hatred to reave their souls. I can make it possible. Become my soul reaver. My angel of death.
Right, so first thing I'm going to do is turn down some volume, which I realise I wouldn't normally do in a run, but I'm seeing this more as a test run than anything else. Hence why the timer is running.
User in your channel timed out.
Farewell,
Before you
user who
still
timed
look
out.
at PB.
These gates
It should actually be a free PB
laying a path across
If it doesn't crash.
if it doesn't crash. Yes. Well, for all these skips that we've had so far, no one's actually done a run with any of them, with all of them in yet. So it kind of has to be done at some point. It might be a bad run. It's probably going to be a bad run. It's probably technically going to not only be a PB, but by virtue world
You are
record.
weak. You must feed.
The old hunger has left me.
Well, yeah, if you hold the
I have
world
no
record,
desire
if you
for
get
blood.
PB, that's the new world record.
Yes.
Your blood
It tends to work that way.
It does, yes.
Yeah.
I haven't even updated my stream to say that it's 1:10:13 anymore, but there we go. And I also need to slam the new Cain strategy in as well, so things like that.
The souls of your enemies.
Into
Yeah,
new Kane 2 strategy,
yeah.
even quicker.
More consistent.
Okay.
What scabrous wretches are these?
Shua, the scavengers of the underworld. Their feral hunger has claimed countless souls, spirits who now shall never find their rest.
So yeah, this is part run, part theorycraft.
These portals
It's more of a
are conduits
test.
between the
Yeah,
spectrum
yeah.
and material realms. With their aid, you may gather matter and will yourself to become manifest in the physical world. This is taxing, however. Your strength must first be fully restored. You require no conduit to return to this plane. You may abandon your physical
Well, if anything, the more
body
interesting thing
at
I
any
want to
time.
see is what kind of a time save are we looking at on the Cain Dead split for all this? doing Kane first, what kind of time save are we
Sustain your strength
actually
to prolong your
getting?
manifestation in the physical world.
Bad run,
If
not
you
really
fail to
trying,
feed
not
or
focused,
absorb too many
inconsistent
wounds,
strats.
this
What
fragile
time save are we
matter
looking
will
at?
dissolve. You are young yet, Raziel. You still retain many of your vampiric weaknesses. Immersion in water, while not fatal, will dissolve your physical body, forcing your return to the spirit world. Be aware that in the spectral realm, water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
What are these creatures?
Do you not recognize
Recognize
them?
them?
They are the
The
children of your brother, Duma.
Duma.
That's impossible. These foul, scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood.
Do you suppose that time stood still for you, Raziel? Much has changed since you passed from the world of men.
I knew my opponent's weaknesses, having suffered them myself. Physical wounds are fleeting. A vampire's immortal flesh begins to close as soon as it is cleaved. Vampires need only fear those wounds that impale or inflame. Water scorches like acid, and fledglings are devastated by sunlight's touch. I would have to modify my tactics to suit my foes.
Oh look, they're both moving, that makes a pleasant change.
Unfettered from the flesh, a creature's
I'd like
soul
a way
fades swiftly into
of
the
movement
spectral
that
realm.
consistently kills
Draw
both
it in
of these
quickly,
in the sun
Raziel,
at the same
or you
time.
will be compelled to follow.
My God!
Well, that's an atrocious Sanctuary clan split, I think.
The sanctuary of the clans reduced to ruin. Beyond these walls lay the pillars of Nosgoth, the seat of Kain's empire. How humble it now appeared, collapsing into the dust of its former magnificence. And yet, I had only just emerged. In the instant between my execution and resurrection, centuries had apparently passed.
Rumble, rumble, rumble,
This
rumble.
world is wrecked with cataclysms. The earth strains to shrug off the pestilence of Kain's parasitic empire. The fate of this world was preordained in an instant by a solitary man. Unwilling to martyr himself to restore Nosgoth's balance, Kain condemned the world to the decay you see. In that moment, the unraveling began. Now it is nearly played out. Nosgoth teeters on the brink of collapse. Its fragile balance cannot hold.
Okay, go get time stop. Welcome back, Joku. Gotcha. Is this the run? Nobody knows. Well, no one's done a run putting it all together yet, Joku. This is that run. That one's better. Oh, wrong one. Right one. There we go.
Raziel,
Cain!
the Abyss has been unkind.
Kane, do you
I am
have any
your
idea of the
creation,
kind of
Cain.
shit we've had to
Now,
pull off in order
as
to get
before,
here?
You criticize your own work. What have you done with my clan, degenerate? You have no right.
What I have made, I can also destroy, child.
Damn you, Cain! You are not God! This act of genocide is unconscionable!
Conscience.
You dare to speak to me of conscience?
Only when you have felt the full gravity of choice should you dare question my judgment. Your lifespan is a flicker compared to the mass of doubt and regret that
Are you
I
using
have borne
first-person menu glitch,
simultaneously
Seth?
first turned me from the light. To know that the fate of the world
And
hangs
pass through which
dependent
door? The
on
one to get into
advisedness
Kane's
of
area?
my every deed. Can you even begin to conceive what action you would take in my position?
I would choose integrity, Cain.
Right. Okay, after second inner grate are you talking about?
Look around
After
you,
second inner
Raziel.
grate before I go into
See
Kane.
what has become of our empire. Witness the end of an age. Clans scattered to the corners of Nosgoth. This
Are we
place
talking
has
about that one?
outlasted its usefulness. As have you.
The Soul Reaver, Cain's ancient blade, older than any of us and 1,000 times more deadly. The legends claimed that the blade was possessed and thrived by devouring the souls of its victims. For all our bravado, we knew what it meant when Cain drew the Soul Reaver in anger. It meant you were dead.
Right. Okay, the key thing there is that I unload the mob. And I unload the mob by coming into Kane's room. Once the mob has been unloaded, I can just deactivate the circle menu. But make sure you do it in the first person circle glitch, otherwise it doesn't work. So first person circle glitch, telegrab into the area, walk into Kane's room, walk out of Kane's room, and then deactivate the circle menu.
The blade is vanquished.
If
So
you don't
done
do
for.
all of that, it will
And
bug
we are a
out and it
step
won't work.
closer to our destinies.
I swore I saw a glint of
First person
satisfaction
telegrab
in
is
Cain's
the
eye
key
when
to
the
being able
Soul
to
Reaver
disable
was
it. If you do it
destroyed.
any other way, you can't disable it.
I did not understand
The first
game
person
that
mode
Cain was playing,
behaves
but I
very
knew the
differently.
finishing move.
At a memory level, it behaves very differently. Don't understand why, but it does.
From this moment and ever afterward, you and this blade are
So,
inextricably bound.
10-minute time
Soul
save,
Reaver
boys.
and Reaver of Souls, your destinies are intertwined. By destroying the sword, you have liberated it from its corporeal
It's a
prison and
gold.
restored it to
Really,
its true
Nax?
form.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Free, unbound.
So apparently, if I
No
now went
longer
and
a
killed
physical
Vampire
blade,
Gandalf,
it can only
I'd be
manifest
looking
itself
at a
in the material
59-minute
realm
PB.
when your strength is fully restored.
But we don't want to kill
Once
Vampire
manifest,
Gandalf.
it will sustain
You're
you.
going to skip him?
I'm going to skip Vampire Gandalf, yes.
Of course.
What are you, little
I'm just waiting
soul?
for this cutscene to finish.
Another of Cain's creatures come to taunt this bound spectre.
I did not intend to disturb your rest.
Rest. A body is needed for sleep. Flesh and bones are required to recline. No, child. All I may do is watch and remember, ceaselessly conscious as this wretched world's history unfurls. Ghastly past, insufferable future, are they one and the same? Am I always here?
Yep,
How
you're
have
always
you come to
here.
haunt these pillars?
Cain refused the sacrifice. The pillar of balance, corrupted to its core, stands as a monument to his blind ambition. Now these pillars serve only to bind me here, my prison and eternal home, thanks to the avarice of your master, Cain.
That bastard can claim no allegiance from me.
Then we share a common foe, Raziel. Return here when you have need. Ariel remembers what others have forgotten.
Yep, no problem, Seth. No problem. I assume you do the two inner grates the same way we do. You just have a different technique for the outer grate. Is that correct? I'm sure I will, especially if it's quicker and more consistent. I'd love to see where you're at it at the moment, actually, if you wouldn't mind. If when I do this run, if you start streaming or something, I wouldn't mind actually seeing where you're at with it. Welcome back, Max.
Thank you.
And up and over. Job's a good one.
This city once teemed with the life of my kind. Could it be that other clans had suffered the same fate as mine? In his madness, could Cain spare none of his brood?
It was not Cain, but Duma's own arrogance that brought the downfall of his clan.
Okay.
These are human
I forgot to pick up the Duma portal because I think save warping out is going to be quicker than any other way of getting out.
To see an attack coming from the least likely assailants. Complacent in their arrogance, they were taken
I can
by
still get
surprise,
out, it's just
allowing the
jankier.
human vampire hunters to decimate their ranks with little resistance. The few that escaped have been reduced to scavengers.
Oh well, at least that should be a free PB for the next PB, he says. Otherwise that mob is just gonna get in the way. haven't timed whether going up here the double jump way is quicker or not, but it might very well be. Come on, gotta move faster, gotta move faster. Come on, I really don't want to lose time
My
on this
brother,
split.
Dumas, a powerful warrior
Shouldn't lose
in
time on
life,
this split. I didn't kill Vampire Gandalf.
burned with shame to have me find him here like a stuck pig.
Unbound at last. I thank you, brother.
Your thanks are premature, Dumas. I have not forgotten whose hands bore me into the abyss.
The centuries in Limbo have honed my strength. Not even Cain is my equal.
Even the strongest vampire is vulnerable.
We shall test your thesis, Raziel.
My bloodthirst has been superseded by an even darker hunger. I will consume your soul before this day is done.
Yeah, funny that, really.
Consuming Duma's soul empowers you to wind a constricting band of spectral energy around your enemies. This energy manifests itself in both the spectral and material realms, and in the physical world, it can be employed to manipulate otherwise immovable objects.
Oh, sound glitch. Okay, well, at least it's a good time for it. So, I'm tempted to pick up the cane portal for safety safe purposes, just in case. You know what, fuck it. Balls to the wall, boys, balls to the wall. Need to lose that. That'll do. Gotcha. Right. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Come back a bit. Come back here. There we go. That's what we want. You know what, actually I'm going to do this a standard way because I do not feel comfortable about that jump. I've gone out of bounds too many times with it. I'm not quite certain where the jump is. So let's play this safe.
I deduced, must be the man himself, the time streamer, Mobius. He seemed not at all the impressive figure I had imagined from Kane's boasted exploits. And yet, even this cold image radiated a certain undeniable power.
Puzzle 1 done. Oop, oh, need you. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Come on, get down the bloody hole. Thank you. Oh, I didn't want to go that way, did I? No. Right, thank you. Seth. Corridor of cutscenes is no more, by the way. Well, we still have to go down it, but, well, you'll see. I'm doing this purely for safety purposes, by the way. Because if you... Apparently if you're material and shift while going down here, bad things happen. So, yeah. Is that it? Nope. There we go. Come on. Gotcha. Right, so activate time stop at the top. Tra la 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 do do be do boo be do be do be do be do do be do be do boo. Hi cutscene, bye cutscene. Do be do pa 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 da pa da pa da pa da pa da pa da pa. Hi cutscene, bye cutscene. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba 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 da ba. Ba 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 ba. Hi cutscene, bye cutscene. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba da ba do be do be do be. Ba ba da ba ba da ba da ba da ba da ba ba da. Hey cutscene, bye cutscene. Da ba da ba 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 da ba da ba. Ba ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba 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 ba. Be do be do be. Hi cutscene, bye cutscene. Boo 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 be do 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 ba ba do be do be do ba ba. Hi cutscene, bye cutscene. Got to be nearly there already, aren't we? I think. Right. And then now that we're down the bottom, deactivate it, and Kane.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
No.
So, guys,
I had
courtesy
faith
of
in
Necro, new
in your
Kane 2
ability
strat.
to hate, in your self-righteous indignation.
Lies.
Which we think is better third stage. I've only tried it once, so this will be the second attempt at doing it. So, apologise if it goes completely and totally pear-shaped. We'll see in a
I did
sec.
not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know.
No.
To see its paths
In
as
a
streams
nutshell,
tracing out into the
I think it's
infinite.
one, maybe somewhere between a minute and 2 minutes,
I
somewhere
could never have
ish.
contained such forbidden truths.
But it
But each
depends
of
on
us
how
so
long it
much
takes you to
more
get the
than
first
we
time
once
slot.
were.
I mean, if it takes you like 30 seconds to get the
Gazing
first
out
time
across
slot,
the
then
plains of possibility,
it just starts
do
to
you
eat
not
into
feel
it, you know?
With all your soul, how we have become like gods. And as such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion.
Yeah, we're looking at a 50-ish, assuming we get a perfect Kane.
When I must sacrifice my children to the void, I can do so with a clear heart.
Very poetic, Kane. But in the end, you offer no more than a convenient rationalization for your crimes.
These chambers offer insight for those patient enough to look. In your haste to find me, perhaps you have not gazed deeply enough. Our futures are predestined.
The 50 should be
foretold
easily
mine a
cuttable.
millennium ago.
Let's put it that way.
We
This
each
is not
bear
a good
the
run.
paths fate has written for
It's more
us. We are
a
compelled,
test
ineluctably
showcase
down
of being
preordained
able to
paths.
get here without
Free
the game
will
crashing on us.
is
Because
an illusion.
I
we've
have been
developed
to
all
the
these
tomb of
individual
Seraphim,
segments
Kane.
separately from
Your
each
dirty
other
secret is
that in
exposed.
theory allow us to get
How
here.
could you transform
But before now,
Seraphim
no one's
priest
put
into
it
a
all together.
vampire?
It needed to be put all together to test that nothing went caca from A to
How
B.
could I not?
Nothing did.
One must keep
That's
his friends
great.
close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer. Can you grasp the absurd beauty of the paradox? We're the same. Seraphan and vampire. With our holy wars, our obsession with Nosgoth's domination, who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil?
I will not applaud your clever blasphemy. The Seraphan were saviors, defending Nosgoth from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are opened, Cain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Seraphan were noble, altruistic? Don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours.
I also did the Abyss cutscene skip, Seth.
Apparitions and portents.
I think it's well worth doing it if we're only going to do it once.
Destiny is a game, is it not? And now, you await my latest move.
No, bollocks. Oopsie. Oops. There we go. Yes, yeah, sub 50 is definitely possible. Perfect Kane fight would have got sub 50. It was difficult to get it without an audio cue, that was the issue. Sound glitch made it significantly harder because I wanted to run backwards. Basically what we're thinking is go up and go round rather than go down and go up, because then we avoid the tricky jumps. But yeah, sub 50 is definitely on the cards.
Be warned, Raziel.
I was saying that I reckon
Once you
45
cross
might be
this
doable.
threshold, you are beyond my influence.
But that has just smashed anything that we previously had. And first person in the world to cut the hour.
Redeemer and destroyer.
But I will say that all credit goes out to Z-Lamp and Seth and Necro and everyone else that I might not have named that has been just attacking this game recently to get to where we are now.